Blazers in 7.
Blazers
It's already
in
here.
7. Welcome to Elevated Sports. I'm Kyle Johnson.
I'm Billy Mock.
You may have caught our last video about the Eastern Conference Finals, Eastern Conference playoffs underneath the NBA bubble.
Yep.
Today, we're taking on the Western Conference playoffs.
Western Conference playoffs. It still has not been decided who's the 8th seed in the West. As we speak, it is halftime in the first game of the NBA play-in. The Blazers are beating the Grizzlies 58-52. The Blazers win this, they're the 8th seed. Memphis wins, they play another game, and if Memphis wins that game, they're the 8th seed. And they'll play the Lakers. So,
Yikes.
I'm going for Memphis, just to let you all know.
You don't like Damian Lillard?
No. If y'all follow the channel, you know how I feel about Damian Lillard. Dude's good, but you know how I feel about him. Let's jump right into this Western Conference bracket first round. Our first, so we have Lakers versus either the Blazers or the Grizzlies. We have the Clippers versus the Mavericks. We have the Nuggets and the Jazz, and then the Thunder and the Rockets. We got some good matchups here. Let's go over the 1 versus 8. For me, it's pretty clear. Either team that gets into the play that wins the play-in, they're going to get beat in 5 by the Lakers.
In 5.
I think either Memphis or Portland can get a game from LA.
Now, remind me, Rondo's out, right?
Rondo's out. He is. Also, Avery Bradley's out. He opted out for the rest of the season.
Right. But LeBron got his good friend J.R. Smith back.
Okay, if you think J.R. Smith deserved to be on the NBA roster, you're delusional. If you've watched any Lakers game, he's entertaining. He's very entertaining to watch play basketball, but his days are over. I don't know how LeBron let this happen. I don't know how he let this happen.
LeBron forgot about the finals.
He forgot. He's an old man now. He's getting old. I'm a J.R. Smith guy. I loved him when he was on Cleveland, but he just does not need to be on the Lakers.
You know, real quick, my favorite J.R. Smith game, NBA Finals, Game 1. What year was that?
They know what you're talking about. They know what you're talking about. You don't need to talk about it.
Greatest J.R. Smith memory of all time.
It was fun, but it also meant that LeBron had to lose the finals. So my X factor for the Lakers is Kyle Kuzma.
Okay.
Kyle Kuzma has to be the third best player on this team. LeBron's going to go out, he's going to perform. Anthony Davis is going to go out, he's going to perform. Hopefully Davis can stay healthy. Kuzma has shown great flashes during the NBA bubble. Had the buzzer beater against the Nuggets, I believe it was. He's been good. If he can be good in these playoffs, I give the Lakers a pretty solid chance against anybody in these playoffs. As far as the Blazers or the Grizzlies go, basically it just comes down to John Morant or Damian Lillard, whoever is in that series. I want to see John Morant in that series, to see a rookie at this level, perform against the Lakers in the first round. I think that'd be awesome. I think that also pretty much would solidify, him being Rookie of the Year. He's my pick right now to win it. So either way, I think it can be a fun 1 versus 8, series. Even if the Lakers win it fast, like we still see those series in the NBA where it can be a sweep or 5 games, 5-game set, and it can still be a fun series to watch. So regardless of who makes the play-in, I think this will be an intriguing series.
Definitely. Unfortunately, I think Portland's going to win the play.
They may.
But in that case, I have Portland beating the Lakers in 7.
Why did I not see this coming?
I have Portland beating the Lakers in 7. Here's why. Hear me out. You've seen what Dame can do to great players. Or average players like Russ Westbrook.
Why did I not see this coming?
We watched Damian Lillard dismantle the Paul George and Russell Westbrook Clippers. Or, not Clippers. Thunder. Why are we not going to see it again? Damian Lillard has been hot in the bubble. He is going to continue to be hot in the bubble. He is going to do to the Lakers what he's done to the Thunder previously.
Okay, whatever. Blazers in 7.
Blazers
already
in
here.
7. Yep.
I got the Lakers in 5. But before he keeps going, let's just stop him while he's ahead. Let's move on to the next series. The Clippers and the Mavericks. Okay. This right here, even though it's a 2 versus 7, I really, really, really like this matchup. Because basically how I see it is you got the Lakers, you got the Clippers, and then 3 through 8, 3 through 7, I would say, very evenly matched. Like any of those teams, 3 through 7, the Thunder at one point could have been a 3 seed. The Nuggets at one point could have been a 7 seed. Like these teams are very evenly matched, so I wouldn't just look at the seeding and say, the Mavericks are a 7 seed. The Clippers should be able to blow them out the water. I think the Mavericks could really give the Clippers a run for their money. I'm looking at the Clippers. I'm looking at Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl Harrell has been out with injury for a little bit. Actually, I don't know if he has even played in the bubble so far. But he is set to come back in the playoffs. Zubac, he stepped up pretty well for the Clippers while Montrezl Harrell was out. But Harrell provides, he provides very well defensively and offensively. Opens up the floor pretty well for Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. So if he can come back, if he's healthy, if he's strong, if this whole Clippers unit is fully locked and loaded, because obviously you had Lou Williams leave. I think I can't remember if Pat Beverly left or not. But they haven't really played with their full squad, I don't think, once. So if they want to beat the Mavericks, and if they want to beat them quick, they're going to have to be fully healthy and strong. As far as the Mavericks go, Luka Doncic. I mean, this dude has been great all season, in the bubble as well. When he is on, Dallas can compete with anybody in the league, and he's going up against, the 3 best perimeter defenders in the league: Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Pat Beverly. So, if Doncic can be great and somehow expose something in the Clippers' defense, I can see the Mavericks giving the Clippers a run for their money. But if you watch the channel, you know that the Clippers are actually my pick to win the NBA Finals. So with that being said, I got to roll with the Clippers. I think the Clippers will, I think they'll play their best basketball all season, and I got them beating the Mavericks in 5.
Yeah, I catch that. I got the Clippers in 5. The potential defense that can come out of that Clippers team is very, very scary.
Yeah.
And if they show out, I honestly don't think there's a team that can beat them, except for Giannis or a healthy Warriors squad. But the Warriors squad option is out.
They're out.
So it's up to Giannis.
Well, I got Clippers Bucks in the finals, so I'm interested to see Giannis versus those guys if it gets there. So we both got Clippers in 5.
Yeah. Clippers in 5, Portland in 7.
All right, let's move on to the 3 versus 6. We have the Nuggets and the Jazz. This matchup right here is not necessarily the most intriguing matchup, but I think it is. I think it's the most evenly matched up series.
I think it's going to be really almost gritty.
It's going to be a very gritty series. These teams match up very well. If you look at their rosters, both of them have an elite big man down low, Nikola Jokic, Rudy Gobert. Both of them have, elite point guards in Donovan Mitchell.
Shout out Jokic. You look great, my dude.
Jokic is looking phenomenal.
You lost a lot of weight.
Jokic is looking phenomenal. You got Donovan Mitchell versus Jamal Murray. You got the shooters on both sides. I think this is the most evenly matched up series. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And for the Nuggets, my X factor is Jamal Murray. The Nuggets offense has looked great for the past couple years. They've been one of the best offenses in the league, backed by, Nikola Jokic and his ability to, basically be a floor general from anywhere on the court. But Jokic is going to be defended by Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert, I think he's going to be able to slow down Jokic. Jokic's prime, skill is his passing.
Right.
So Jokic is not going. Even if Jokic scores, he's not going to score big on Gobert. So behind those two, the next two best players on the court are Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray. Yeah. Basically, what I see this series coming down to is which point guard can be better, Donovan Mitchell or Jamal Murray. And I'm a Jamal Murray guy. I think Jamal Murray's better than Donovan Mitchell. I think Jamal Murray's going to show out in this series.
Wow.
I got the Nuggets in 7.
Okay. I got the Nuggets in 6.
Nuggets in 6, okay.
Yeah.
And so for the Jazz, my X factor is Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, I kind of figured when she said it came down to the point guards.
That's what I'm watching this series is Jamal Murray versus Donovan Mitchell. They're kind of the two guys. They're kind of the two guys on the outside looking in when it comes to, you know, the superstar guards in the West. You know, you got Curry, you got Lillard, you got Westbrook, Harden, all these guys. And they're kind of the guys on the outside looking in, the guys on the come up, the guys looking to take that spot as, you know, the best guard in the Western Conference. So to see those two guys battling it out, I think this is going to be a really fun series. I think an underrated matchup for sure. Personally, best matchup in the playoffs for me so far. I got Nuggets in 7. He's got Nuggets in 6. Now we go to the final matchup, and this is the most intriguing matchup. The Thunder versus the Rockets. The Rockets, who acquired Russell Westbrook from the Thunder. You got the Thunder, who acquired Chris Paul from the Rockets. The Thunder were supposed to be bad this year. They were not. They were great. They were phenomenal. Chris Paul, you know, kind of reclaimed his, you know, status as, you know, one of the best point guards that the NBA has ever seen. You know, you had these guys step up for the Thunder, and then you had the Rockets, who kind of shook things up this year with the whole small ball strategy, which I absolutely hate. Not because it works, but because it's just kind of ridiculous. And you know how we feel about James Harden as well. I also hate to see Russell Westbrook, my guy, in a Rockets uniform. I've never liked the Rockets. To see him paired up with one of my least favorite players in the league doesn't make me happy. But Westbrook's injured right now. He's got a quadricep injury, I think it is. There is no timetable for his return, but they said that we'll likely eventually see him in this series, especially if it goes deep, which I'm expecting it to go deep. I have the Thunder in 7 in this series. I have the Thunder in 7, and actually, let me draw my X factor real quick. My X factor for the Thunder is the consistency. They've been decent in the bubble, but kind of like the Clippers, they haven't really got the chance to gel completely. You had Dennis Schroeder, who was out of the bubble for a little bit. You had the injury with Steven Adams. So if this team can come together and play the way they were playing in the regular season, I think that they can beat the Rockets in 7. For the Rockets, it's the small ball. Can it work? From the beginning, from the moment that they started doing this whole small ball thing, I said it may work in the regular season, but come playoff time, it's not going to work. Here's the thing, though. If there's one team that the Rockets want to play in the playoffs and use the small ball strategy, it is the Thunder. Because the Thunder are not big. They're kind of smaller. They're athletic, but really all you got when it comes to just overwhelming size, if you want to defend against a small ball, is Steven Adams. He's coming off the injury. Can he be good? So the small ball, it may work for the Rockets in this series. We will have to see. OKC is probably the best matchup for the Rockets if they want to go this way. But I think, like I said, the Thunder can be consistent. If they can gel together very well, I think they can figure it out, and I think they can beat the Rockets in 7.
That's interesting. I mean, if what you say is true about Russell Westbrook coming back later in the series, then I don't think that the Thunder can win it in 7.
If Westbrook comes back.
If Westbrook comes back and the Thunder have to take the series to Game 7, I don't think they're going to win it. I think Russell Westbrook coming back is going to add that spark to the Rockets to give them that series. So in order for the Thunder to win, they're going to need to win it. The quicker, the better.
Yeah, well, if the series goes deep, Westbrook comes back, the Thunder are going to have to win the first 2 games at least in the series, which is still going to be a struggle because even though this is the first year that Houston has really implemented this small ball thing, they've always still kind of been playing this strategy of basketball where, it kind of was based off James Harden either shooting the ball or taking the ball inside, opening up the floor for shooters. Worked with Clint Capella in the pick and roll, but he's no longer there. But even then, they didn't utilize that so much. So they've still kind of been playing in this strategy for a while, just with shorter guys, essentially. Even with Westbrook out, I wouldn't doubt the Rockets in this series. But I do agree with you. Westbrook can be the guy that turns the series around for the Rockets if he returns late in the series. So either way, I see it being a very fun series to watch, considering, former teams, CP3 with Houston and Westbrook with the Thunder.
Right.
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. That's my primetime series right there. Let's check it out. Our second round and third round, according to our picks. I have the Lakers and the Thunder in the second round, and then the Clippers and the Nuggets. So Lakers versus Thunder. That's an interesting series for me because I'm a Thunder fan and a LeBron fan. Do I want to see the Thunder move on? Yes. Do I want to see LeBron win his fourth ring? Yes. But I actually haven't picked either of those teams to win the finals. I picked the Clippers, which is weird. I'm weird when it comes to NBA stuff. But I'll take the Lakers over the Thunder.
Okay.
Even though I'll be happy with whatever happens. But just my unbiased pick, I got the Lakers beating the Thunder. And then I'll say in 6, Lakers in 6. And then I'll take the Clippers over the Nuggets in 6 as well.
So Portland would be playing who?
Oh my god.
They'd be playing the Clippers?
Wait. Who'd you pick, Rockets or Thunder?
I picked Thunder.
So it'd be Blazers versus Thunder.
Blazers versus Thunder. I don't see the Thunder winning. I got the Blazers. Sorry, bad math.
I knew this was calculated. I knew when he picked Portland it was calculated in some way.
It wasn't purposely calculated. I would have the Blazers winning over the Thunder in 6. And that would leave the Clippers and the Nuggets. I got the Clippers over the Nuggets in 5.
Well, okay. So Clippers, Blazers?
Clippers, Blazers. I have the Clippers winning.
Okay.
Don't worry. The Blazers won't make it all the way to the end.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, games. Let's see. I got them winning in 5 again.
Okay.
I don't see the Blazers being that much of a threat.
You know what would be fun is if you picked the Blazers and they didn't even make it in to the 8th seed and they lost to Memphis. That would be fun.
It would be like March Madness all over
So
again.
if Memphis beats Portland, would Memphis take this spot for you? Would Memphis be the one going to the conference finals?
No.
Okay. Would you have the Lakers beating Memphis?
Yeah.
Okay. Eastern or Western Conference Finals. I have Clippers, Lakers. You have Clippers, Nuggets. You have no. Clippers, Blazers. My bad. So you have the Clippers winning. I have the Clippers winning as well. I have the Clippers over the Lakers in 7. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And then Clippers, Bucks.
I got Bucks over Clippers in 7.
I got Clippers in 6. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let us know what you think about the Western Conference. What have you thought about these teams in the bubble so far? What players are you looking out for in these series? Which teams are you looking out for? Which matchups are you looking forward to the most? Let us know in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay on the lookout. We will be coming at you with more NBA playoff content here coming up in the following weeks. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see you later.